everything rocks. It's the Zone 96.3 on a Thursday, and special guests in the studio. We welcome Heidi and Carla here from Butcher Babies. Thanks for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
Yes, big show tonight. Butcher Babies, Non-Point Islander, and Sumo Psycho taking over the Pub Station tap room. You girls have had a chance to already kind of check that out a little bit.
Oh yeah, we played here.
Oh yeah, you were here like 6 months ago
with,
or something.
Hollywood Undead, right?
That's
yeah.
right.
So we're familiar with Billings, Montana,
sure.
and Pub Station in the neighborhood. We had a blast last time. We're gonna have even more fun today.
That's kind of cool that you guys tour with. I mean, Hollywood Undead, not really a heavy metal band or whatever.
No,
you guys
kind of
aren't either though, because you do a little bit of everything, and so it's nice when you mix it up.
Who's not metal?
Well,
yeah,
no, I know.
I'm kidding.
That's absolutely not what I meant.
No, for us it was really important to do something a little bit different. To tour with a band that we typically wouldn't tour with, because usually they put us out with other thrashers, which is really great and fun, and we share the same crowd, but it was unique for us to go and play in front of a crowd that may not have heard of us before that. And we went in and swiped up a bunch of their fans, so it was really fun. And plus, they're good friends of ours. Hollywood Undead, we've known them for years, and great guys, treated us really well on the tour. Let us do laundry, occasions.
I picked you guys up.
Yes, thank you, by the way.
We did most of the interview in the vehicle already, but you guys just got back. Well, you got back in the spring from a world tour, so you guys were like all over Europe.
Yes.
Where was the coolest place in Europe that you?
Prague.
Both of them at the same time.
That was easy.
It was our first time, and we sold it out, and
wow.
the city was incredible. Anytime we're somewhere new, we make it a point to get off the bus early in the morning, find a bomb breakfast spot.
Are you guys both foodies?
Yes.
Yes.
Coffees too.
Oh, okay.
Prague
has the best coffee?
Well, it was just so beautiful, so we got to get up and walk around. It was cold, but it was so worth it. We found this really unique restaurant that was underneath the ground, and it looked like it had catacombs in it. And when they came up to give you your bill, they stabbed it onto the table and served you your drinks like a straight out of
medieval
Germany. Here you go.
Oh man, that sounds like fun. And of course, you guys have been on tour for pretty much since you guys went out. I mean, you took a little time to do this new album.
Yes.
And spent less time on tour and more time writing, right?
Yeah,
we took a year off to write Lilith, and we kind of wanted to regroup. We had a new member, and we wanted to take time to immerse ourselves in the album and make it the best, Butcher Babies album yet, which I think we did.
Yeah, I agree. We started touring in 2011.
Right.
Late 2011, we did a small run, and that was our first one. And then 2012, our very first big tour was in Europe and the UK. And then from then on, we've been nonstop. So it made sense for us to take a year off and write, and like she said, regroup. I think there's something to be said about that moment where you take that time for yourself. It's definitely a rebirth for us, and now we're out and we're excited to be out. Right. Everyone wants to tour again, so it was definitely necessary.
Are the European shows a lot different than the American shows?
Metal is pretty much the same everywhere.
Universal.
Crowd reaction is the same everywhere. It's a little bit different for us because, like she said, we were in Prague, we sold out. We can't believe that, halfway across the world, there's that many people that want to see us. But like I said, music, metal especially, is a universal language, and it's pretty much the same wherever you go.
We were in Japan, and these kids can't even speak our language for the most part.
Right.
But they are singing our lyrics back at us the best to their ability, and it is amazing.
Philippines too.
It's pretty cool to see worldwide. Metal fans, they mosh, they have fun, and they sing at the top of their lungs. And for us, we've seen that everywhere, including here.
Nice.
Here in Billings.
Here in Billings. And who's the favorite band that you've been on tour with? Because you guys really got to tour with a lot of your influences or your favorite bands, right?
It's really hard to say.
You've had a serious lineup.
I really enjoyed touring with Danzig because I was a huge fan of Misfits and of course Danzig, and I growing up I was just in love with him. Mm-hmm. And he also loves comics and I love comics, and so one night on tour he gave me all of the comics that he had, and so it was just a really special tour for me. And me and Heidi,
he was really sweet to us.
We watched Side Stage every day on that tour, to the point of one night when we didn't watch, he wanted to make sure that everything was okay. He was wondering where we were. Where are the girls? How come we didn't watch today? What's going on?
It was so sweet.
What did I do?
I really, really loved touring with Cradle of Filth.
Oh yeah.
Great people, every single person in that band, incredible person, very funny. We hung out on the daily. It was during the winter, so we had snowball fights. And another band that we loved touring with was Amaranth. They're a Swedish band, and they're all just fun. I mean, every time that we're in Sweden or that they're in LA, we make sure that we meet up, and it's just a riot from the beginning.
Cool.
So that was another band that we really liked touring with.
And have you made friends with the non-point guys?
Yeah, we actually toured Australia with them years ago, and they were so sweet to us. They came and watched side stage, and they complimented our energy, and we watched them side stage, and we were in awe by their energy. So ever since then, we've been trying to tour together, and it finally happened, and it has been incredible from start to finish. In this show is just pure raw energy from every single band.
Well, and you
It's
guys
really cool.
are really the energy of this show.
Oh, you're sweet.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I was giving Jeremy, our cameraman over here, a little history lesson earlier, because now that you've brought up Danzig and some punk stuff, and I said, well, do you know who Wendy O. Williams is? He says, no. I go, the Plasmatics, you've never heard? You're not familiar? But you guys are fans, right? Is this kind of how this started out?
We were in a cover band together prior to this, and we actually covered Butcher Baby by Wendy O. Williams.
Right, that's where the name of the band comes from. If you don't know.
And it was in that band there were 5 girls, and we were doing all covers, and it was fun. But Carla and I connected and realized that we both had been writing music our entire lives, and we both had a passion for metal and really, really wanted to take it to the next level. So we quit that and we started something original, which was this project.
Right.
And we just had the idea, hey, we'll do an ode to Wendy O, since she really was the first female to go out there and be like, this is how I'm going to be, and you can't tell me how to act. I'll do it myself. And
boy, did she.
And she sure did. And then that's what we did at the beginning too, and it was great. And that's where the name came from, Butcher Babies. And we hoped that we'd play some fun shows along the Sunset Strip.
Right, just kind of started out as something.
9 years later, here we are.
Well, and you were just telling me in the car, because we were talking about Sturgis.
Yes.
And you were saying, what are you saying? I can't see, you're behind me.
Yeah.
But that you went to Sturgis, and saw, who'd you see?
I saw Korn.
Oh, that's right.
Side stage, and this was a year before we started Butcher Babies. And I was standing side stage and watching Korn. This is the first time I'd ever seen them live. I was a kid, grew up in Provo, Utah, not allowed to listen to rock or metal, but I would sneak it anyways. And so this was the first time I got to see it, and I was in awe by Jonathan Davis's just stage presence. The whole band was amazing.
His microphone stand, everything
was
cool.
I remember standing there, and I took a picture from, back then cell phones were not nearly as handy as they are today, but I still have that photo I took. And it was just him and a sea of people. And I remember saying to myself, this is what I'm going to do someday. Yeah. And it was an incredible moment, and we get to do it.
And guess what you're doing this summer?
This summer. I don't know if we've announced that yet, but here you go.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
We're just talking about Sturgis. Just
to talk about Sturgis.
But you did mention that you're from Utah.
Yeah.
And so you guys played Salt Lake last
night. Yeah. And it was fun.
Hometown love, huh?
I have always, before we...
Are there really hardcore metal fans in Utah?
Oh, yeah.
Because I worked
maybe more so.
I worked at a radio station in Salt Lake City for a long time, so I went to a ton of shows. And I always thought that our music scene there was just superb. And as I started touring, I realized that really is the truth. And they go hard. And they show up and they go hard. Our pit was going from the second we stepped on stage last night. It was really cool, and for me, having a hometown show is always a good time too.
Right.
Family, friends, everything.
We kind of feel that way about Billings. I think a lot of people don't know that we have a music scene.
Every time we play here,
damn,
it's awesome. Yeah. And we always request to come back.
Well, and you're back.
Yes!
It's going down tonight. Butcher Babies, Non-Point Islander, and Sumo Psycho at the Pub Station Ballroom. And big thanks to Heidi and Carla. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
And you brought the new CD?
Yes.
Sure did.
Can we give one of these away?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give away one of the CDs. I've got one final pair of tickets for tonight's show. We'll get caller number 9 in the zone photo at 655-9696. And Heidi and Carla, thank you guys very much. Butcher Babies tonight.
Thank you.